So I want to show you something really neat. Let's say that you have a large text file and you want to make some edits to it. So for example, I have this edit history file here, and this is 1,000 lines, and it contains entries of the following form. It contains these kinds of entries where each entry has a date stamp and a timestamp. And then the entry mentions which files were modified in that session. After a while, the file becomes very large. So this becomes 1,000 lines. Whenever I want to record a new entry to it, I use Claude Desktop, and so it has to read 1,000 lines. This becomes inefficient after a while. It's best to rotate this file and keep some of the recent entries and leave the rest. I'm going to show you two ways to do this. One way is just to use the LLM tool that you have and whatever its built-in functions are. For this example, I'm going to show you using Augment running in Visual Code, but you can do it with any other tool as well. You could use Claude Desktop or Roo or Client or anything else. The point is that is not really the tool that you use, but how you use it. I'm going to give it an instruction. And this is the instruction. I want to rotate the edit history file. Please move all entries in edit history from May and earlier to a file in the archive folder. Leave 3 of the most recent entries from May in the main edit history to maintain overlap. So I want to remove all the entries which are from May and earlier, and I want to put them in an archive file. Keep all the rest. This is my prompt, and it's running in agent mode with the auto turned on for tool execution. And if you use Claude Desktop with the Desktop Commander MCP or any other tool, you have similar settings which you can use. So let's see. I'm going to press send message, but before that I'll start the timer. Okay, so now it's working. So what does it do? It reads the entire file. Then it's going to search for the entries which start in May. It's been 1 minute so far. Now it's found the relevant portions of the file, and it's going to take the content from the edit history file, move it to the new file. But it's using its internal tools for this purpose. And now you can see this little timer over here. It's showing it's already been 1 minute for this response. So what is it doing here? It's reading the edit history file, which is 1,000 lines long. It has to find the lines which start at May. So that's something like line 560 or so, somewhere around here. And then it has to take all of those lines till the end of the file and move those to a new file. It's basically generating this text. This is the LLM text generation that is happening. And you can see that it's been 1 minute 45, minute 46. And the reason it's taking a long time is because it's basically generating a 500 line file. And if you use almost any LLM, any model other than Gemini, it's going to take a while. It's been 3 minutes. So it's been generating this file for a whole 3 minutes, which is pretty long. It normally doesn't take that long, but you get the point. That's going to take a heck of a long time to generate that file. It's been 4 minutes since we started. And if you remember, of these 4 minutes, the first minute was the planning duration, and everything else has been the file creation process. Now, you might think that it has gotten stuck, but this is what happens when you ask any AI model to generate a 500-line file. So it just gave up. It said it provided too large of an input. That was a failure. Now, I have done this before, and it managed to complete the whole task, but it takes around 5 or 6 minutes. So now I'm going to repeat exactly the same task, but I'm going to modify the prompt a little bit. I'm going to tell it, please use shell commands, including sed, awk, and pipes, etc., to move text between files. So now let's see what happens. Let's make sure we don't have any changes. Okay, good. We start the timer. Right, now you see the big difference. It's using the terminal commands, right? It's using grep to find the relevant locations in the file. And in the terminal window, you can see the output, right? It's finding all the dates with the corresponding line numbers. And it's narrowing down the search to find the entries from May. And it's found it, I think. It's taking a little bit longer, but that's fine. Now, here's the great thing. It's using awk. Now, awk is a Linux or Unix shell command which you can use to move text between files. It's creating a file and it already created that file. It took it, how long did it take it? It took it like 2 seconds. Why? Because it's using a Linux shell command. That's it. This is the archive file and this is around 500 lines. So this took us total of 2.5 minutes. And then it does some verification and you can let it finish. That's always a good thing because you don't want to skip any steps only to find out that you screwed up something. So you can see it has removed nearly half of this file, and it took about 2.5 minutes. The remaining time being the verification process, which you could always have stopped earlier. So this is the lesson. If you want to do things fast with text files on your system and you have access to the shell commands, then use them and make your life easier. That's all for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment. If you want to see something else, if you want to see a tutorial on any other coding issue, leave me a comment and I'll try my best to make it. All right, take care.